How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back. I know it's been such a long time, and this is United versus Everybody. I am your host, Sean. Sorry, just a little discombobulated to start here. Wasn't planning to do a live stream, but I did see that the under 21s, not only were they playing today in the National League Cup, but it's also on MUTV, and my wife is not home and she won't be home for another couple hours, and so she won't have to try to be quiet or anything like that. So we are here to do just a bonus watch along. I know that Danny B is in the house. Yes, man, they were on today, and the under 18s are playing really early Saturday morning, the same day we're playing as well. So just a bonus bunch of matches today. We got us under 21s today, trying to keep the momentum alive. They just beat Altrincham last week in the National League Cup. Now they're playing Rochdale today. We got the first team playing Arsenal tomorrow. We got first team playing Saturday, and the academy playing Saturday. I haven't checked the women's schedule, so I don't know when they're playing. So I apologize, but busy week right now. Obviously, we know December is usually busy, but we are here today. My boy Danny in the house already. You're the guy who suggested maybe and requested trying to maybe do an academy watch along. So thought, why not do that today? I've got MUTV rocking on my other computer right in front of me. Right now, they're just playing a bunch of Paul Scholes goals, which I always have time for. So they're going top 20 right now. But we are here again, so buckle in. We are going to be in for a treat to watch the Academy. If you guys can't tell from the ticker down there, the starting 11 for the match today is going to be me, Camison, Kingdon, Jackson, Murray. Dan Gore is back, fit now. He is the captain. Morehouse, Ibrahimov is such a big player for us. Jack Fletcher playing today. Wheatley and Ennis. So very strong starting 11. Monroe, Murdoch, Montato, Devaney, Obi Martin, Rowe, and Misson on the bench. So very good, strong starting 11. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing here today. Some big names. Obviously, we've been talking about quite a few of them for a while, so I'm here for that. Really excited to see Jack Fletcher play again. Obviously, his brother Tyler played the other day and looked pretty good as well. And then obviously we're all up for Ethan Ennis, who is on fire. Obi Martin probably itching to come off the bench and do something. And then obviously we've got who else? Sorry, someone's calling me at the same time. As Danny says, looking forward to seeing Fletcher go. Yeah, if we can see, and this is why we've said a couple times now when I'm looking at center midfielders, because we are going to need some center midfielders, honestly. We have a lot of really good youngsters coming through. We've got Kone, Fletcher, we got Bragamoff rolling around, Dan Gore still. Remember, Dan Gore was part of that preseason tour under Ten Hag, and then picked up that injury, and then we haven't seen him since. So really excited. If you guys haven't watched a ton of the Academy, they look really good. I did a little bit of a recap the other day after watching that match that was early this weekend. So big deal. One player who we are not seeing today, though, probably maybe see him this weekend, is Harry Amas. Reports are that he hasn't been training with the first team anymore since Amorim arrived, but there's also updates today from Chris Wheeler that there are a lot of clubs in the Premier League and in the championship looking to sign Harry Amas on loan in January if he is available. Do you guys like the notion of loaning him out? Now, there's a big caveat to this. So if you didn't catch my post on the channel, on the community post, probably about a half hour ago, there are reports coming out all over the place. United Stand reported on it as well, that Luke Shaw did not travel with the squad to face Arsenal because Luke Shaw is injured again. I can't even with Luke Shaw anymore. If you guys watched the video this morning, I had him in my starting 11 against Arsenal because Licha can't play because he's suspended, and Shaw has been playing. Shaw's only come on as a sub. He came on for like 10 minutes against Bodo Glimt, I believe. Then he came on for like a half hour the other day against Everton. And he looked set to come in and start. And now he's just not fit again. I can't even handle it with Luke Shaw anymore. I was all excited to see him back. He looked good. New role for him. I think it would be a little easier for him. And just he has to go and get injured again. And it's not his fault, but I'm like, it's time to think about retirement. Danny B says, talks a loan move. I think it's a bad idea. Keep him playing underage, not physical enough for first team. at some point he's going to have to either grow or he's going to have to learn to adapt, right? As far as Harry Amos is concerned, more often than not, fullbacks are not big. Like Raphael's not big, Luke Shaw's not huge. But I get what you're saying. He's got growing to do. He's still a teenager. We don't stop growing as young men until we're like in our early 20s. And so he's going to need to grow a bit. But I'm just, Danny. Oh, we got Rich pumping in the chat, man. How are you, my friend? Dad still in town? Hopefully you guys are enjoying your time together. Native class. I don't know. Like, I didn't see any details on what the injury was, Danny, but it's just the reports coming out. But everybody's showing the love. I love to see it. Yeah, Rich, we're just talking about some of the news that they're just like Shaw just picked up an injury again, did not travel apparently. I don't know what left center back's going to look like. Probably going to see a little bit of Harry Maguire, probably maybe. I don't know if that's too soon for Maguire. I don't know, maybe put Dallo back there, maybe put Casemiro back there like he came on as a sub against Bodo Glimt. I don't like Casemiro back there, especially not against Arsenal, but Shaw, I don't know what the deal is with Shaw. Nobody plays fully fit ever. No one's 100%, but Shaw just never seems to be even like 20% fit. And it's really too bad because this could have been a great opportunity for him to really do this. But yeah, Danny, we're talking about when they made Luke Shaw, says Rich, they used the same mold for Bailly. Yeah, I mean, we just have the worst luck with Shaw. I mean, I try to feel for him, right? Part of this, I think, with Bailly's case, it really should have been a case of us doing some better scouting because Bailly did come in with a little bit of an injury issue, same as Mason Mount. And it is what it is. The way Bailly played didn't help matters anymore. The dude just was like, I'm just going to throw myself at everything, and he always got some. So, yeah, 17 still young, yeah. Should make Rich a mod too, Sean. I mean, I could. I mean, that's kind of up to Rich. Rich has got his own channel, so I don't want to kind of put that on him to kind of, make it any sort of a responsibility or an obligation. But, it's something to think about definitely in the future as well. I haven't really done the mod thing in a while. I completely forgot about the mod stuff, honestly, because the channel wasn't super big for a while, but now it's growing. Obviously, we are on the road to 2K. Like I said, we're about 7 or 8 shy of hitting 2K, so we can hopefully maybe get that sometime today. If we get 2K today, who knows what might happen? I get a little reckless sometimes with these giveaways. You never know. We've got one set for when I hit 2K. I could do it live. You guys could see it live today if that happens, but with your help, we can do that. So United TV's dad left earlier, so back streaming. Awesome, man. Well, it's good to get some time with your dad. Does he live? I mean, I'm assuming you live in the UK, Rich. I don't know where your dad lives, if he's coming in town, if it's just a couple hours drive, or if he lives in another country. Bailly thought he was made of iron, but unfortunately it was more China. Yeah, Bailly. Yeah, man. Bailly, Phil Jones, obviously Luke Shaw, Daniel Sturridge, Gareth Bale. I mean, throw them all. We could make a starting 11 with these players who on their day are like probably very good, but just cannot stay fit. You can go back and make a whole 11 with that. So it's unfortunate. Danny, yeah. Rajat in the house. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little while. How are things? Rajat throwing up there. Happy to be a mod if you feel like game. Yeah, we could look into that. Can jump it up. I don't know how to do it on the EV Mux thing. Something I have to open up YouTube and do, but I'll look into it here in a little bit. The match will be starting momentarily. It's not started yet. They're still showing Paul Scholes highlights right now. His top 20 goals. Just put one in against Barca, it looks like, and now we've got now they're saving this one for last. Aston Villa Park, 06-07. Here he comes, dropping to the edge of the box. Boom, rocket, get fucked. Love it. I love it when a goal hits the bottom of the crossbar, bounces in. It's just beautiful. Rajat, have a DF Bocal prediction, maybe. Yeah, there is another match going on. So Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen starts today. It was a toss up for me which one I wanted to watch, but I decided to go ahead and do this watch along. But yeah, Bayern and Bayer Leverkusen do face off at 2:45 in the DF Pokal. I don't have any predictions. Bundesliga is kind of crazy right now. We talked about it a little bit this morning. If you look at the Bundesliga table, it is just so tight. It's like the Premier League table. Like, it's just a few points separating everybody. I don't have a problem with that. It's a good time. I'm just gonna. Sorry, I'm just making sure I got this thing all set up here. It's hard for me sometimes to remember that I'm that I'm live because I'm just like doing my own thing most often than not. Raja, I believe Man United can and will win tomorrow. I think we can. Whether or not we will is another story altogether, unfortunately. But all right, match is kicking off here. National League Cup. This is from Rochdale, so we're doing some commentary here. Kone to be training with the first team as soon as he's back. Yeah, I saw that. Kone United were trying to maybe push him into first team training before the end of the season. We did talk a little bit. If you guys are just joining, we talked a little bit about Harry Amos potentially being looked at by clubs in England, both Premier League and Championship, for a loan in January. And the big news is Luke Shaw has apparently picked up an injury. So you guys get your thoughts in on that on the chat as we go along. But happy to see so many friendly faces, so familiar faces jumping on for this live stream. I got my tea. Going full English today with a Earl Grey with a little bit of milk. Usman, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Scholes was fire. Scholes is probably one of my favorite players ever. He's one of the best midfielders I've ever seen play the game. If you could have like a starting midfield of like Modric, Scholes, and like Xavi, that's heaven for me. But Kone is very highly rated, Rajat. I mean, he was playing first team football in Mali. Obviously, we picked him up. He's still young, but he is a first teamer in his native country. Obviously, that doesn't 100% translate. I don't know what the conversion rate is when it comes to those countries to like Premier League, what you would consider the equivalent. But he's been playing with the kids a little bit. He looks very, very good. I really like the look of him from what I've seen so far. Hopefully we find out about next year on Kone. Yeah, Kone could come in and be in and around the first team picture, like maybe for the preseason this summer, and then we can get a better idea of what's going on. He could save us a lot of money. I do still want some sort of experience in that midfield, especially when Eriksson leaves. We've been linked to a lot of midfielders. We were linked to Hugo Larsson today. Obviously, he's young, he's 20, but we're linked with a lot of midfielders. It seems like that's one of the positions that we're looking at. So I'd like to see us maybe get someone a little older who can kind of rotate with Cobby, because I do think Cobby plays a little too much, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Raja United TV. Like English breakfast teas. Yeah, I do like me some Earl Grey. You guys ever had an Earl Grey latte? I guess it's called a London Fog. Very good. I do enjoy it. But I do love an Earl Grey in the afternoon, I'm not going to lie. I think these youth watch-alongs will make the channel grow. I mean, hopefully. I'm not going to always be able to do them, so I can't sit here and say I'm going to be like the channel for youth watch-alongs, but it just worked out schedule-wise today. That's whenever there's a watch-along, it's usually only because it works out schedule-wise. I hate trying to ask my wife to like be quiet so you guys don't hear stuff going on, and so usually if she's gone or something, then I will do that. So obviously she was gone last Thursday. I had to be here last Thursday because my PFA class was going on literally middle of the day, so worked out. And then today it worked out. She's helping a friend paint her house today, so she won't be back for a little bit. Larson, Nipan. Who's Larson? Larson. It's not the way it's spelled, so it threw me off a little bit. No, yeah, I think that Nipan would be excellent business personally. You guys know that I love Nipan. I've gone on and on about him. Players are warming up right now. If you guys can't tell, we've got the first team and the subs listed down in the ticker below. We are on the road to 2K. We're only a couple away, so I promise you guys a giveaway when we get there. So it could happen live. You know, spread the word, like the video if you haven't yet. Captains are coming out. Dan Gore coming out for Henderson. Now, this is Rochdale's first team, I believe. So it's, the same as Altrincham. These are boys against men, basically. So it's going to be interesting. Keep eyes on Jackson at CV. That one can break through with Konkonki. Yeah, Jackson is very, very highly rated, Danny. Hold on a sec. I got Dylan texting me here. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Dylan just texted, did you see the Shaw news? Yeah, Dylan, I saw it. We can't believe it. I mean, I don't know what you guys think. Get your thoughts in on the Shaw situation. I don't want to like turn it into a bash Shaw thing, but I'm like, it's just I'm annoyed more than anything. Like it's just he was just getting started coming back, and it just freaking all fell apart. It is what it is. But everyone say hi to Dylan. Danny, yeah. I was texting Dylan last night. I texted a couple other people from the DRD crew, Joel as well. You guys remember Joel? Somebody threw up a Jack Grealish stat yesterday, and I reposted it that he hasn't scored since October of like last year. Like the dude has never scored, had a better season than Marcus Rashford in the Premier League. But yep, Jack Grealish cost 100 million. It's just Jack Grealish has got to be one of the biggest wastes of money. All right, we have kicked off. Sam Mary's picking it up here. You guys let me know if you want me to commentate or if you guys are watching or not. I don't want to double team the commentary here. And he says, time to let Shaw go. Was thinking he'd be ready. Yeah, he was in my starting 11, Danny, for tomorrow with Leacha being suspended, but it just is what it is. It's kind of like the only consistent thing about Shaw is the fact that he is inconsistent. It just is what it is. It's unfortunate, but playing a little slow right now. Not really set up in a back three. Kind of in that four. We are playing it out a little slow. We're just trying to be patient. And yeah, me just gave the ball away a little bit with a bad kick. Man, Fletcher is so good. If you guys are watching along, Fletcher is just so good. Then he says Savio hasn't scored either, but the press going all out on Xerxes agenda is going. Yeah, the press are fuming right now that Xerxes was voted the Serie A team of the year last year too. But Savio, I mean, City had to cheat to get a player who's basically not that good. They spent 100 mil for Jack Grealish's release clause. He's not that good. How much they spent on Vardiol? The dude can't defend. They freaking freaked out when Kevin De Bruyne got injured at the beginning of last season and spent like 60 mil on Matthias Nunez, and the guy barely plays. Like this is why Pep is a joke. This is why I'll never take him seriously. Dylan jumping in. Are you still at school, man? Is school out or what's going on? Yeah, he's at work. What's up, everyone? Keep me posted. I can't watch at work. Rich says, maybe we'll start scoring more goals now. Hoyland, Rashford. Yeah, I actually had Rich, Rashford and Hoyland in my starting 11 tomorrow with Rashford kind of playing in one of those 10s. It could be a bit redundant. They're both very similar in their attributes, so I could see maybe Xerxes playing there as well, but I think Hoyland is probably going to be chomping at the bit. So Rochdale just kind of holding on to the ball right now. We're doing a good job. We're keeping our shape really, really well, which is always nice to see from kids. Wheatley, you can't fault Wheatley for his energy. The dude runs, he presses. He's a really good modern striker. I just need to see some more from him finishing-wise. His finishing has got a long way to go, personally. Oh no, he's a minute behind you. All right, I'll cut back on the commentary a little bit, and I'll try to hide it if we score, Danny. Sorry, bud. Rich says, Man City are trash, but no one cares. They hardly even fat base. Yeah, we went to Detroit Red Devils for the Derby last year. We went to actually a Man City bar in Royal Oak, and it was literally like more City fans there than I've ever seen at the Etihad. It's embarrassing, personally. Just kicking off. Oh yeah, you're a couple minutes behind, aren't you? Stuck in meetings, says Dylan. Oh, yikes. It's the work of a teacher, man. Ennis and that right wing back can see in the future. Yeah, I think Ennis has the energy to fight. I mean, last week, he and Amas were pretty much running things for a bit. Oh, good run. That was a good run. Oh, Wheatley with that Rashford touch. Oh, did you say right wing? Yeah, you did. No, it's all good. What's the weather like for you guys? It's been crazy, crazy cold here with us this week. It's like below freezing all week. It's not been fun. My dogs are not happy. My dog is not happy. One of my dogs never likes to walk. He doesn't like wearing his harness. The other one always wants to walk and can't because it's below freezing. So sun's out though, so we went out a little bit earlier. Yeah, it's not on the same page there, guys. It's all good. Yeah, you're in Boston. Boston. It's gonna be wicked cold there, Danny. Wicked cold. And you're from Ireland too. So whenever I think of people from Ireland and Boston, I always think Boondock Saints. And it's not, I'm trying not to be stereotypical. That's just what my mind thinks of. Very good movie if you guys have never seen Boondock Saints. Came out when I was in high school. Cult classic for my college years. Everybody was all over Boondock Saints when I got to college. But such a good movie. We'll just pretend they didn't make a sequel, but it is a good movie. Oh no, your back's still done, man. Sorry, dude. Yeah, Justin's back's been killing him. He pinched the nerve, I guess, last week, so he's got to take it easy. It's a good ball in the box. Oh, Fletcher with a shot. Looked like I took a little touch on the way in. Look, it was a little soft. It was a soft shot there from Fletcher, but yeah, I didn't really quit the best contact on that, unfortunately. It says Boondock Saints is legit. Classic 100. Yeah, I remember when that everybody's got into that. I went to Salvation Army my freshman year of college and spent like a half hour trying to find a Pico. I found one. It was a little too big, but I found one. But everybody was, although I had the poster and all sorts of stuff. It was awesome. Such a good movie. Some good music in that too. I don't know if people know, but the director has a band, and he and his band did some of the songs for that movie. Just a little bit of trivia. Troy Duffy is his name. But yeah, things are just a little slow in the match, but we're moving it. Yeah, we're keeping it wide. I like what I'm seeing so far. Some of these players in our academy, I think, are just, again, they're at that place where they almost look a little too good for this level, but they're definitely not good enough for the first team yet. They might be good enough for maybe like a League One side or something. I mean, it could be a good little test. The physicality that you get in the lower leagues in England, and honestly the duration of the league in some of those lower leagues it's a little crazy, but so Wheatley dropping back a little deep here. Who's playing left back? That's Murray, I think, is his name. Sam Murray. So yeah, we are playing kind of in that 4-2-3-1 shape. We're not really doing the back three. Now you'll see though that when we have the ball like this, we do kind of move to a three, building out. So we're not playing like wingbacks, but you'll see that Camison's kind of moving up a little higher, and Murray's kind of dropping back as the left side left back to kind of make a three on the build up, kind of like what Ten Hag was doing a little bit. So it's again, it's like it's like a little in between kind of a thing. Yeah. So now Ennis, get on your bike. Good run. Ah, heavy touch. Sorry, Danny, if you're still behind, but I'm just try not to get too excited watching it. Rich, need to head off, do a few things. Catch you later. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. I did add you as a mod, by the way, so appreciate all the support, and let's try to collaborate maybe in the future. Maybe do a little more on each other's channels or something, man. It's good to get support and good to have the channels working together. But I do appreciate you stopping by, man. Thanks. Thanks. Take it easy. Yeah, Ennis is a very good player. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone. I know it's rude. I'm not really a phone person. I just have a lot of stuff coming in at the same time. Oh, good. You're caught up. Good deal. Yep. Take it easy, Rich. Rich, I think, is doing a watch along tomorrow for Arsenal match. So if anybody wants to jump on as his channel on United TV, you guys can check that out. I think he's starting at like 3:30. So always good to jump on and support the other channels, especially the and no disrespect, and I don't think Rich will be disrespected, but especially like the smaller channels. I think what I like about the smaller channels is that we do get to interact with everybody a little bit more. It can be easy to kind of get your voice kind of lost a little bit on some of the bigger channels, and fair play to the bigger channels is not disrespectful. It's just nice I like to engage and chat with everybody and get opinions and stuff. Like I said, this is fan opinion first always, like it says in the banner on the channel. So but it's great to meet new people, like getting to interact with Rich especially, and jumping on his channel for a video last month was fun. Seeing what some of the people, there were some of the regulars on his channel are doing, like Naomi and mentally United. Good little channel. Go check out that. Go check them out on X. They did a really good mental health related United video a couple weeks ago. So that was good to see some really good info in there. Got lucky there, didn't we? It's pretty much just an Ennis Fletcher link up going on right now. But you could definitely see the difference in experience. Rochdale are very fit. These are, their first team. They have been playing a while. A lot of them are very experienced. So it is a good test. It's a good test for sure. Bragamov's doing good. Good pressing. Yeah, Rochdale are just kind of hoofing it, not really doing much with it, and all they're doing is just giving it back to us. So we've got Premier League matches on today too. We got Ipswich versus Palace and Leicester versus West Ham. That could be an interesting match. I don't know if Lopetegui is long for this world as West Ham manager. You guys let me know how you feel about that. And Barcelona are tied currently with Mallorca 1-1. Saw some rumors that Frankie de Jong could be available for as little as 20 million in January to somewhere. I feel like he's going to be at RB Leipzig if Ten Hag goes there. Not before long. But Bologna are currently up 4-0 in the Coppa Italia against Monza. Interesting. A lot of matches on today. A lot of really good matches. But thank you guys all for stopping by and joining me today. So, he says, you can tell playing against me physical for him lost in the mid a bit. Yeah. And that's where we're doing. Like, you can, Rochdale, they're faster, they're more powerful, they're a little stronger. They're reading the game a little more because they just have the experience. So it's going to be energy and precociousness and some individual talent show today. That was a waste of a free kick. It was a bad ball in from Murray. Rochdale are just kind of standing around, though. They're not really doing enough, personally. The offside. Yeah. But hold ball well. So, yeah, we're doing good. We look dangerous when we get in, obviously. I think Ennis is kind of tuning up the band a little bit, I guess you could say. This tea is already almost cold. Nothing worse than cold tea, unless it's iced tea. But everybody always teases me because I like unsweetened iced tea. I don't like sweetened tea. I don't like a lot of sugar personally. But yeah, I grew up on unsweetened tea. Like, look at this. Murray fighting to win the ball. Ennis, I mean, he really could have had a foul there, and now we got to look out for this player. Yeah. Watch the switch. Yep. Oof. That was a good save by me. Very good save. That was a very dangerous counter. Me looks about 25 years old, doesn't he? But that's like pace and power of men versus boys right there. But me did a very good job to stop that. Well done. We tend to have some pretty decent keepers come through the academy. We just, not really any of them end up playing for us. I mean, the one that came closest was Henderson, and I think had he not caught COVID, he probably would be our starting keeper because Ollie loved him. It seemed like he was in all these plans for sure, but just got COVID and couldn't really get fit. So it is what it is. Slash jumping in. How are you? How everyone wants to score. It is 0-0, man. We're about 14 and a half minutes in. Obviously, we're playing against Rochdale's first team, and they show it. They're physical, they're fast, they read the game, they're patient, but they're just trying to hit us on the break right now. So they're patient, hoofing it. They just had a really good opportunity on a counter, really good shot, and me made a good save, led to a corner. Get out of here. So kind of playing a 4-2-3-1, switches to a back three in the build-up with one of the fullbacks. Okay, we're on a good counterattacking here. Wheatley needs to get his head up there, but not many people running with him, unfortunately. This is what you're going to get sometimes with the youngsters, right? Just like we see with Garnacho. Danny showing the love. Welcome, everybody. If you're just joining us, we are watching the under-21s play Rochdale in the National League Cup. It is 0-0. We're almost in the 16th minute here. Match is kind of getting its feel. Somebody's down on the side over here. Looks like, is that a Bragimov over there on the floor? Yeah, all right. He's up. Looks like he's got some pain. He's acting like he got caught in the family jewels here, though. Yeah. You can always tell. Like, I don't have to see the injury happen. I don't have to know what happened, but just by the reaction of the player when they're getting up, you can tell when they get hit in the nuts. So, yeah, not got one in the balls yet. Dark Crow, big up, my guy. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome back, bud. We're just doing a bonus little watch along today. Watch the under 21s. I know everyone's always interested. We get a lot of academy talk these days, and if you've not had a chance to watch the academy, we have a lot of really good young players. So, Danny's showing the love. Dark Crow firing it right back at him. So, in the academy, guys like Ennis and Montanto, these are the guys that exactly make me feel like the Giovanni Quenda links. I'm like, cool, he's a good player and he could be good. But we have a lot of players that age in the academy who could do a really good job. Now, obviously, none of them have played first-team football yet, but they could still be very good. So it could save us 60, 70 million, if we think that they're ready. I don't have a problem with that. Hope you're all well. We are good, my friend. Just a couple of bonus streams today. We stopped by this morning with the preview of tomorrow's match against Arsenal. If you guys haven't watched that yet, go do that when this live stream is done. Obviously, don't leave the watch along, but we did do the preview of Arsenal. My starting 11 prediction for that one is a bit moot now with the news. If you guys haven't heard that Luke Shaw apparently picked up an injury, so I had him starting ahead of Licha because Licha's suspended. But what are you going to do? So Rochdale on the attack here. I looked offside. Oh, no, we're playing him on. Then Gore all over the pitch, putting in the captain shift so far. Ennis needs to train with the first team left wing back position. Yeah, I think Ennis has it in him to start training with the first team, quite frankly. I think he really could. I don't know. I know there was all this talk about amorim using youth. Obviously, we did a whole video on it. We've seen Kukonki spend some time with the first team training so far. Not a whole lot else going on after Ten Hag left, though. So, Dylan, I'm so shocked Luke Shaw picked up another injury. He never does that. Never. This is my surprise face. What? No. It just seems like whenever when Shaw starts building a little bit of fitness, he just I think the guy just might have to accept that he's done. Like he can't stay fit. And if you can't stay fit, how are you going to be a footballer? He's won some trophies. He's had some good moments. He's been with us 10 years, but he just can't stay fit. He's got a couple FA Cups, a couple League Cups, a Europa League. I mean, it's not a bad career. A lot of people would kill for that career, but it is what it is. Honestly, if it's a little thing and he's out for a couple weeks, and even if he ends up staying fit the rest of the season, like, we have to sell him. Like, for some players, if they stay the rest of the season, is literally, for me, just shop window at this point. It's get as most as you can. I'm not saying try to make profit. I'm just saying as much as you can. For Shaw, right now, that's looking like 25. You might get a little bit more for Shaw because he's English, but he's got to stay fit. No one's going to want him if he's not fit. So that's why it's also not as simple as when people say, well, just sell him, just sell him. Like, somebody's got to want to buy him. And if you're always injured or if you're crap, who's going to want to buy you? Then we're stuck with you. That was a bad ball straight to Wheatley. Morehouse. Ooh, that looked like it came off a hand almost. And this on the ball. Looking for the run of Abragamov. Did not find him. Too many blue shirts in that box. It was a good little opportunity. Watch this runner. Yeah, thankfully that ball was way behind that number 7, or else it could have been off. I mean, Rochdale are pretty much playing the kind of football you'd expect to see from some of these lower sides. Just kind of kick and rush, kind of counterattack, get it to the byline, flash it across goal, and get on the end of it. It's basically what you're going to see from them. And if it works, it works. I mean, but didn't we play Rochdale in like the League Cup or no? That was Tranmere I'm thinking of. Yeah, that was when Phil Jones scored. You guys remember that rare Phil Jones goal? Slash says, I'd take £25 million for Lushot any day. I think we only paid 34 million. Yeah, I mean, 25 to me is very optimistic, and it's really mainly considering the English tax and the Premier League tax. Honestly, we'll probably be stuck with him till his contract's up. All right, so Rochdale just picked up a yellow for pulling down. I think it was Murray on a counterattack here. So this kind of thing, that's exactly what happened to Ahmad in the box against Everton, and it wasn't even looked at. I mean, it was looked at, but no one even showed a replay of it or anything. It really should have been a penalty. My greedy ass wanted a 5th goal after it was a 4-0 public beating, but what are you going to do, right? Oh, good ball, good counter. We got 2 players. Oh, come on. Ennis is on the ball. Ennis. Oof. He's trying to sneak it around bodies. Trying to make sure the keeper couldn't see it. Keep it low. Probably could have put that a little higher and curled that in. We've seen that from Ennis. All right, we're patient. We're very patient. We played a Rochdale in the League Cup 2 years ago. I remember because we had to go friggin' penalties. I've had a feeling, like, I can't remember. Some of the League Cup games start to blur together a little bit. But they did sound familiar. I don't remember. What was the score of that one? I don't remember off the top of my head. Darkrow, is Amorim that type of manager who goes with the reality knowing Arsenal are better and in form, so it should play more defensive? I don't think he's going to change the principles of the way he wants to play. He might shift a couple things in a match, which isn't necessarily awful. There's this concept called the Nash principle where, like, you make subtle changes, even if statistically they're not high percentage changes, but they do raise your overall probability of success, little things. So just adding a little thing to your game. And so we saw this against Everton. It was hard to play through the middle, and so what we did is we tried to hold the ball in our kind of fullback areas with Dallow and Mizraoui to kind of suck the press in, same as we try to do a little bit of it against Bodo Glimt, to look for the switch. Just little things like that when the way maybe you normally want to play isn't quite working. 1-1, we won 5-3 on penalties. That sounds like a United kind of result, 1-1, right? And this is on the ball. He's checking back. He's like got this Ashley, and this has got like this. Ooh, that was a good little run from Fletcher. I love Jack Fletcher. He was one I really would like to see in preseason coming up. I think it was during Ollie's in time. It must have been a long time ago. Some of that stuff is already blurring out. I mean, this is how you know you're getting old. Yeah, Shlash. Dylan's a teacher, so I always can rely on Dylan to just be ready with the stats, the facts. He's fully prepared. He's like Gary Neville in how well he's prepared. You'll notice when Dylan jumps on some of these live stream videos that you've had him on for, he is rocked up with the notebook, the pen. He is ready to go, and I appreciate that. And that's, I love that. I love when people, put in the effort a little bit. And it was almost in. Good little header from Wheatley. But yeah, big up, Dylan. I always appreciate you stopping by, man. You and Joel and Justin always doing the Lord's work out here, just coming and chatting. Yeah, Wheatley, that's one thing I love about Wheatley, and I said it already earlier today, is the guy just presses. He just doesn't give defenders a single foot of space. That's not a foul. Come on. That's a bit soft, Resh. That's a shoulder to shoulder. Barcelona are now 2-1 up against Mallorca. Interesting. Let me check this lineup for this Bayer Leverkusen match. Old school midfield for Bayern. We got Kimmich and Goretzka. Yeah, I could actually see, now that I'm looking at who Bayern have in attack, right? And between Sane possibly leaving for free, Coman older, and then they just signed Elise, right? And they've got Mateus Tell. I could easily see that being an option for Marcus Rashford. Vincent Kompany, obviously, he brought Elise there from the Premier League. He's going to need another attacker. I think Bayern and PSG are probably a couple of very realistic options for Rashford personally. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys make the drive. You guys do this. Like in the future, we can probably do some of these virtually. Throw you on a little screen down here so you don't have to drive. But it is always nice going out for a couple drinks afterwards and grabbing some food and chatting about more Manchester United stuff. Oh, we've got some sort of a medical emergency in the crowd, so we're going to stop the match here for a second. Hopefully everybody's all right. Yeah, Dylan. So when Dylan and Joel were here for that last one where we were going through Amorim's system, Dylan and I went to a pub, and obviously we're still rocking up in our jerseys straight from the stream, but literally we're sitting there maybe 5 minutes at a table right by the front door, and the guy comes in, some random dude I've never even seen before comes in and is like, "You guys talking about Amorim?" And we're like, "Yeah," and he's just another United fan. So this is what I love about football, man. It just brings people together. But that's my pub. That's my Champions League pub. That's my World Cup pub. That's my pub for watching on any and all these afternoon matches. That place is crazy for the World Cup, crazy for the Champions League. It is standing room only when the U.S. played England last couple of years ago. Love it. Slash says Rashford can go to Bayern when they sack Kompany and hire Ten Hag. We talked about this morning. Ten Hag's been linked with RB Leipzig. Apparently they have him on their short list if Marco Rose doesn't work out, because Leipzig are struggling. We're just in a pause right now. Someone needs some medical attention in the crowd, which is the protocol now. We stop the match, and you should, right? If you guys are just watching, it's still 0-0. We're heading into the 29th minute now. There probably will be a hefty bit of time added on at the end of this first half because of the emergency in the crowd. But while we're here, go ahead and like the video if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you are new and you like just what you see so far. We don't do a ton of watch-alongs. I say that, but then I realize I've probably done a lot in the last couple of weeks. It's just a scheduling-wise. When it works out, it works out. When it doesn't, it doesn't. I won't be here tomorrow, probably won't be here this weekend, obviously, because if everyone's going to Loaded Dice, I'll be going to do that. But we are on the road to 2K subscribers. We're only 8 away, and I did promise a giveaway when we do that. So you guys can help me get that live. That'd be great. We are very, very close to getting 8. to getting 2K subscribers. So the giveaway for that, like I showed you guys this morning, is brand new 21-22 shirt. It is a large. It is a fan version, but it is brand new. So that is what we'll be giving away for the next giveaway. So with your help, we can get there. I love showing my appreciation for everybody, whether they're like Dylan, Joel, and Justin, who want to stop by and help me out with the stream, or just for you guys getting involved and helping the channel grow. Oh, we got a break. We got a break. Almost. Just trying to force it forward a little bit. We're getting in a tight little area here on the right wing. Oh, good steal. Good steal. Rochdale are all over us. There's 4 blue shirts around whenever we get the ball in the final third. Good job. Is that Camison? Yeah. Bragamoff pressing. Fletcher, really good, really good. Have I mentioned how much I love Jack Fletcher, by the way? The kid is freaking mustard, man. It's fun. I watch these games and all the little banners and all the signs along the sideline. It makes me think back to when I was with Livonia City Football Club, semi-pro club around here. That was my job. As one of the board members, my role was sponsors, getting sponsors. So just I see the signs and I'm like, oh man, getting signs from people, getting businesses to spend money to get a banner up. It's a numbers game for sure, but it is really important at lower levels, especially in the U.S. It's pay to play. Like, thankfully, the league, the Midwest Premier League, is very grassroots friendly, so they make it not very costly. But clubs still have costs, right? You gotta pay for kits, you got to pay refs, you got to pay physios, you got to pay to rent, fields to practice, fields to play on, and everything. It is hard. So I saw a YouTube video last year. I can't remember the team or the club. Sorry, it's in like England's like 4th or 5th tier, but basically owned by like 4 friends. They bought it together when they were like in their teens or something, but now they own it. Someone knows who that is off the top of their head, let me know. I just can't remember. All right, we're flying. Gore's got it. Ball to Wheatley. Wheatley is just isolated. Ooh! Woo! Wheatley is isolated, but that was a good little shot. It wasn't too far off. He got really good contact on that, and that was good from Gore to find him. That was a good shot from Wheatley. Still 0-0. But Wheatley needs a little help up there. I think he's a little isolated, and it's going to happen when sides are kind of sitting back a little deeper. We saw this against Bodo Glimt, for instance, when United played them last Thursday. But when it happens, we need to maybe try to get bodies up there a little bit more. That's where Rude Ball can come in and get bodies in the box. Now Fletcher's popping back up in like a left back spot here. That's funny. That's funny. Fletcher just wants to make stuff happen. He just wants to get the ball, doesn't he? There we go. We're getting up. Here we go. Bragamoff's got it. Finding Gore. Not a good ball from Gore. See, just so many bodies. Get there. Bragamoff's got it. See, he's got 2 swarmed. We're just swarmed whenever we get it into the anywhere near the box. It's like a mosh pit of red and blue shirts. All the way back now to defense. Thankfully, we're playing a little bit of a high line, but follow that. There you go. Oh, good job, Gore. Good steal. Just one too One too many passes. Someone just needs to take a shot there. Gore did really well to win that back. Gore's looked good since he's come back from injury. Full of energy. What? Handball. And we got a yellow card there. Jackson. It's a weird handball. It's just like a hoofed kick from the keeper and just comes down and it just bounces out. That's why you can't let those bounce. Yeah. But that's one of those really unlucky yellows for a defender to pick up because now he's walking a bit of a tightrope as a defender, especially with the way they're playing on the counter. You can easily see him maybe pulling out of tackles or getting sent off if he's not careful. But everybody's jumping on my post on the Luke Shaw news. I've got Kyle Lacey saying, for God's sake. Slash has jumped on and says, I can't say I'm surprised in the slightest. It's really time we said goodbye to Shaw. He basically a waste of a wage and has been for a couple seasons now. You're not wrong. And then somebody else said, this cannot be true. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Yeah, if you guys are just joining me, Shaw did not travel. He is injured, apparently, so that's awesome. I had him in my starting 11. Twas not meant to be. Maybe I jinxed it by putting in my starting 11. I don't know. You guys let me know. But you guys, if you want to go look at the Arsenal preview I did this morning, you can jump on that when we're done here. Danby says, missed 10 minutes, was walking with a buddy and let the dog out. Yeah, I had to do all sorts of stuff today. I had to clean out the fireplace. We do like fires in the winter, so just had to sweep up the ashes and throw those out today. Went to just warm up the portable generator because when you live in Michigan, like I said, if a butterfly farts next to power line, you're probably going to lose power for a couple days. So I just wanted to make sure now that it's colder that threw some fresh gas in the generator, ran it for about 10-15 minutes just to get it warm. Charging my boat batteries because you want to make sure you charge those a couple times throughout the year, even when you're not using them, because the cell can die. So I want to make sure I got the boat batteries charged up today. I'll go change. I got two. I got a battery for the main engine, a battery for the trolling motor. I got to go make sure those are charged. That's all fun. What do we do now? Play Euro Slab. It's kind of a shit situation, Danny, because Maguire's only had a couple minutes, and he looked fine, but he's definitely looked rusty. Euro has played one preseason match, not ready, so I don't know if Arsenal is the match to throw him in. Wasn't Arsenal the match preseason where he got injured? I'm trying to remember. Trying to think who else. Maybe, I know Casemiro played there for a few minutes against Bodo Glimt. I don't want him to start there. Maybe Dallo. I don't know, man. I got nothing for you. I forget about Malacia too. Malacia could also be in there. I always forget about Malacia. Malacia maybe not center back, but he could play. But it's going to be really hard. Maybe you see a back four. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. It's getting to be where it's just shit hits the fan at the same time, man. Hopefully Euro, but probably Slabhead, says Slash. I don't know if I like Maguire in that system as much. I mean, there's a little bit more security with three, but Amorim does want his center backs to split a little bit in the build-up at least, so we can have a little bit of options. And I don't know if I like Maguire in that situation as much as I like Shaw or Licha, but could also see Maguire in the center role and De Ligt playing right or left, who knows. Yeah, it's like I just said, Danny's read my mind. Ennis has got the ball in the box now, in the box. Just little, that was a shit shot from Gore. We gotta we're overcooking some of these passes in the box a little bit. I don't like they're too fast when the ball's coming at you that fast, especially when you're this young and the box is so congested. You're always going to have to take an extra touch, and it's just not conducive. We got to just control those passes a little bit more. Yeah, I think Maz is like almost tailor-made for that right center back role. He's been handling it very, very well. We're in the 40th minute here. We're probably going to have a bit of extra time because there was a medical emergency in the crowd, but it is still 0-0. We are definitely pressing them high when they're trying to build out, and we just won the ball back again because of it. And we lost it again. Camison did really, really well to recover there. I like that. Fletcher's pretty much just kind of he's taken over that like Odegaard, Bruno, like Frankie de Jong. See, we're just a bit overcooked on some of these balls. You're going to get that a little bit with the kids, but you need to control these passes a little bit more. But I am liking what I see from this press from the front from United, and I think that's tailor-made for players like Wheatley especially. Yeah, this midfield of Gore and Fletcher I really, really like a lot coming back as well. How's he doing he's doing pretty well. He's getting involved in a lot. He's dropping back to start things. He's making late runs. He's kind of just doing whatever you need a midfielder to do right now. It's a bit versatile, which just now opportunities are going because Rochdale's just getting too many players back. Missed a lot, yeah. I don't think Johnny Evans is fit. I think he and Lindelof have both been injured for a bit. Come on, ref. He's got his hands all over him. Yeah. Camison's looked pretty good so far. Gotta love the grown man pushing the teenager around, though. That's fun. I love it was like when Liverpool fans were bigging up Virgil van Dijk a few years ago for a hard tackle on Dan James that ended up bloodying Dan James' nose. I'm like, the guy's like 5 feet shorter than Van Dijk, probably 100 pounds lighter, and you guys are bigging it up. That's like, would you big up Mike Tyson for beating up an infant? Like, come on, let's just relax a bit. Barcelona, I've just turned it up, so that's interesting. Stuttgart won 3-0. Stuttgart, you know, Honus is probably going to be leaving in the summer. I could see him taking over at Bayern or maybe Leipzig if that doesn't go to Ten Hag. So this is almost 8 p.m. their time. It can get cold in a heartbeat in England when it's that late. When the first match that I went to at Old Trafford, Justin and I got in. It was the Europa League match, and it was the late kickoff. So we got in, the match kicked off at like 8 p.m., and it was very, very cold. Like horizontal wind, horizontal snow. It was freezing. Very, very cold. But the rest of the week was nice. It wasn't very cold. I mean, I didn't even have to wear a jacket for most of the rest of the week. So, but it gets cold in a hurry there. Slash, I'll check and see if there's been any news on Johnny Evans, but I doubt it. I know that some players didn't travel. But apparently someone who did travel is Godwill Kokonki. Apparently he traveled with the squad to London. So don't sleep on Kokonki. He did play in a left-sided role on the weekend in the Academy's match against who was that? West Ham, I think they played. So maybe we could see a little bit of a cameo from Kokonki. Yeah, our weather's crap. But where are you at, Slash? Let me know where you guys are watching from. Last few minutes have kind of weaned out a little bit after some lively play from us. We're doing a good job. I like the overpressing. Rochdale are just making it very hard to play through right now. Pick that up, yeah. Slash is from Scotland. Nice. That's awesome. We've got an Irishman living in Boston. We've got a Scottish. We've got some people from Africa. We've got someone from Malaysia. That's awesome, man. This is what I love. I know I sound like an old person, like marveling at the technology, but it's just so cool to me that I can sit here and chat about the games and the club with people from all over the world. It's awesome. I love it. So Rochdale have a corner right now. Rochdale had maybe 4 opportunities on counterattacks. No, you can't take that down on the edge of your box like that. It worked out, but that's always a little sketch when you're doing that. Play it, play it, play it. It's just not quite hot. 2 minutes of added time for that injury thing is a bit of an interesting one. And the refs just forget about that, I wonder. Interesting. You gotta watch the arms there on those long balls, guys. We already got a yellow for one of those. About a minute left. Still 0-0 if you guys are just following along, if you're not watching it live. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you are new. Oh, get there. Ennis! Ah! It's a bad back pass, and both Wheatley and Ennis were onto it. Yeah, just caught that a little too much with the inside of his foot. He needed to open up his body a little bit more. Set piece defending where they score. They done well defend that corner. Yeah, defending the corner was good. I'm always I just don't like when people try to take down and control the ball and at the edge or in their own box, especially from a set piece. Maybe it's just the first team always just making me so twice bitten, once bitten, twice shy kind of a situation. And when it comes to the shit defending we have on set pieces, but all right, that's halftime. Best opportunity of the match there, probably there towards the end. Rochdale defender tries to head it back to the keeper. Didn't really put enough on it. Wheatley and Ennis both alive too. Ennis was the one who got to it first. Almost had an open goal opportunity, just didn't get good contact on it and went a little wide. Caught it with a little too much in the inside of his foot. Needed to open his body a little bit more, and he probably could have put it away for a 1-0 going into the half, but that's okay. I'm going to take this off for a second while halftime is on. So it is halftime. It is still 0-0. Got a United commercial going on right now, but that's awesome. Oh, this is that commercial. Who's that? I always forget this dude's name. Who's this Irish guy? This Irish actor. This commercial came out earlier in the season. It's a good little commercial. I like seeing the cliff. That's pretty cool. And obviously this year's third shirts are a thing of beauty. I wonder, does anybody know if the Cliff does any sort of tours? I would love to go check out the Cliff at one point. I think that'd be fun. See, that's funny. Still 0-0, everyone. How's everybody doing in the chat? What do you guys think of the match so far? Any standouts? Anybody that you're Angry Ginge? I forgot that he's in this commercial. Angry Ginge apparently has his own little youth team. If you guys ever watch on YouTube, I happened to stumble across that the other day. Interesting. I've seen a lot of YouTube channels kind of trying to get their own clubs and their own teams. I think that Obviously, Stretford Paddock is pretty famous, and they just keep growing. They've got like youth teams now and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I was trying to maybe get over to see one of their matches sometime, but their schedule for their league they're in is not updated very frequently, so it's difficult. But if they update the schedule, I would love to go check it out. Yep, Stam. Yeah, when people want to go on and on about Virgil van Dijk and being one of the like, my go-to is like Virgil van Dijk is not even the best Dutch center back the league has ever seen. Right, the dude wears Yapstam pajamas to bed, and that's just a fact. Yapstam is still to this day, to me, in my opinion, a more dangerous defender than Virgil van Dijk has ever or will ever be. But maybe I'm biased. I don't know. You guys let me know. Just checking. Oh my goodness, we are almost there, you guys. We are a couple away from 2K. Like I said, I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm trying to do better at this self-promotion thing because you guys know I'm just not super great at it. But I'm doing it mostly so I can help you guys out and get us closer to the next giveaway, because the next giveaway means somebody gets something. So it's always nice to see. But it is halftime. We just went into halftime. So you guys do what you got to do for a bit. I might run downstairs real quick in a second, just check and make sure the dogs got water and everything down there. They're just chilling downstairs. They're not in their crates or anything. They're just downstairs by the Christmas tree chilling. Hopefully my dog doesn't think the Christmas tree is a real Christmas tree, because that would be a smelly mess. Slash says, Van Dijk can't touch Vidic, and Vidic isn't even our best center half. Vidic is way better than Van Dijk is. How many Player of the Year awards did Vidic win as a defender? I mean, that in itself is just, yeah. Liverpool, bless them, they try. City, bless them, they try. Arsenal had their day. It's done now. They literally peaked under Wenger, honestly. They're not going to do a whole lot. Oh, they're just showing some clips. Got a little Diego Forlan goal. Virgil van Dijklas, you guys know that's what I call him. The guy, I mean, Sancho turned him into a meme on Ten Hag's first season. That was a great match. You remember that match? It was like Ten Hag's first match against Liverpool, and we beat him. And Virgil van Dijk got turned into a meme from a guy that isn't even quite frankly that good. So you gotta love it. Ten Hag actually had a decent record against Liverpool, if you guys really think about it. Obviously, FA Cup, he won, drew, he only lost one. Ten Hag had more wins against Klopp's Liverpool than losses, so it is what it is. Danny P. I think Danny loves it when I whip out the Virgil van Dijklas remarks. I don't, like, if you guys can't tell, when it comes to bantering City, Arsenal, Liverpool, even Chelsea, I don't care. I'm shameless. I really don't care. I think that's probably like my superpower, is a lot of the shit that people think and don't say, I just say and don't care. Obviously, I'm careful not to hurt feelings, but when it comes to football banter, I don't care. I really don't care. I operate like a bumper sticker. I just throw it out there I don't care what you say back, and just that is what it is. So, but let me just run and check the dogs real quick, guys. So I will be right back. Well, same goes for Steven Gerrard. Wasn't even the best midfielder at Liverpool, let alone the Premier League. Yeah, this is the thing with Liverpool fans. It's relative. There's best player at Liverpool, and then there's best player in the league. And Liverpool fans haven't quite learned that distinction. They think, oh, this is our best player at the club at this time. That must mean they're the best. And like, no, just because you say Mo Salah is okay, Mo Salah is a little different. But let's say Virgil van Dijk, like, he's good at your club. He's not, like, there are probably many other center backs that I would take over Van Dijk. Not even like throughout Premier League era. I would just right now, there are many other center backs that take over Van Dijk. But it is what it is. I will be right back, you guys. Don't leave. I'm just going to go run and check on the dogs real quick. So I'll be right back. We are at halftime. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm back. Did you miss me? Dogs are good. Nobody peed on the Christmas tree. It's always a bonus. Gerard was third, Mez in midfield 3. Yeah, I think the Gerard Scholes Lampard debate ended a long time ago. I think it ended the moment Xavi asked for Paul Scholes' shirt after a match. So, in my humble opinion, but don't try to tell that to a Liverpool fan because they will cry Scouse tears and rage out, and their face will turn redder than their jerseys. So, yeah, I got no time for Gerard. There's nothing about Gerard had a good pass on him, a long range pass, but other than that, I mean, I didn't really see much else from him that I haven't seen from anyone else. So, but maybe I'm just biased. But if you can't have a bit of tribalism, then what are we here for, right? I mean, that's part of it. We like to just banter. I don't give Liverpool an inch if I can help it. So, sorry, I'm just checking some of the YouTube-y things, seeing how we're doing here. So again, we are on the road to 2K, if you guys can't tell. I know I say it quite a bit, but it's my job, right? So I'm listening to Ruben Amorim's presser. Yeah, we spoke about the presser earlier in the Arsenal preview. So again, when this is done, if you haven't yet watched the Arsenal preview, go ahead and find that and check that out. Let me know in the comments if you weren't able to catch that one live. You know, who would you want in the starting 11? What's your score prediction? Both Danny and I actually predicted 2-2 tomorrow. So I don't see us. Arsenal score the kind of goals that we tend to concede, which is the cutbacks, the set pieces. But I think that we are in form right now, our attackers. Arsenal could potentially be without a few key players, guys like Gabriel, Calafiore, Thomas Partey. A lot of these guys could be injured as well, so could be interesting. And if Højlund gets pulled down in the box, maybe this time we'll get a pen for it. Who knows? But be interesting match tomorrow for sure. I'm always a little nervous playing Arsenal. We haven't, like I said earlier today, we haven't beaten them since Ten Hag's first season, I believe. But it was either his first season or was it second? I can't remember now. Like I was telling Dylan earlier, and some of these years just blur and blur and blur. But so, Danny, are you at work today, or you're obviously chilling? Obviously, you took the dogs out. You can't take the dogs to work, but so Leverkusen kicking off here against Bayern, still 0-0 there. Oh, Belgium Cup today too. Okay, Club Brugge are up 1-0. If you guys ever do get a chance, and if you do have ESPN Plus, you should go ahead, try to watch some of the Belgium league. Club Brugge have a lot of really good players. They lose good players every year. They've got a really good left back that I like. Obviously, Skull Wilson's a very good right winger. They've got some good defensive midfielders, good strikers. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I said it and then I immediately remember that no, you're doing dog stuff and stuff. So, who else is playing right now? Southampton are currently 1-1 with Aldershot. Derby County are losing. Fulham are tying. Stoke are beating Altrincham. Altrincham just don't seem to have good luck. That's unfortunate. Oh, the women's are doing their international right now, aren't they? Yeah, they're not playing. Come on, United. Sanjay, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Good to see you. We are just rocking up today for a watch along for the under-21s against Rochdale. It's still 0-0. We had a really good chance towards the end of the first half. Bad header from the Rochdale defender back to his keeper was pounced upon by Ethan Ennis, who had an open goal but just put it a little wide with a little bit of an unfortunate contact. But we are pressing high up the pitch. We are doing a lot to win the ball back. Fletcher's look good. Gores look good. Ennis's look dangerous. Wheatley presses a lot. So it's looking good. We've had 7 shots, 2 of them on target. Rochdale are pretty much sitting back and playing on the counter, which is fine. It's what you're going to do. But problem is when we're getting into the box, the inexperience combined with the numbers that we're facing against Rochdale is making it a little hard. Some of these passes are overcooked. There's one too many passes here. Danny says, I watched them versus Celtic last week. They have a couple of good young players. Brugge have some good young players. I put Bjorn Meyer in my list of left backs a while back. They had a striker. I don't know if he's still there. Obviously, Nusa, I think, went to Leipzig. I believe their winger as well. But yeah, don't sleep on the Belgian league. Antwerp used to have a really good player, Vermeeren, who went to Atletico. I think he went back on loan though, but I would love him. He's a really good defensive midfielder. Just seeing yeah, Onyedika. I always forget the guy's name. Solis is the other one that I was going to mention on the channel the other day. Greek winger, very, 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 very good winger. 6 goals, 2 assists right now in the league. Very, very good. De Kuiper is another good fullback. They've got a lot of really good players, Club Brugge. Taibi is also very good as well. Don't sleep on some of the other leagues. They've got some of the lower, like the English, the non-English stuff, the Belgian league, the Dutch league, obviously very, very good. Danny B showing the love to the new faces. I'd like to see it. Blonde left back. I forgot. I was just looking at it. I forgot his name already. I think they had another guy, Kiriani Savi, I think is another young one. He might have left this summer, if I remember off the top of my head. But he's also very, very good. Second half is about to be underway here if you guys are just jumping in. Says is his name. They still have Sabe, or is he injured? They must have let him go. But we were linked with him. He was very good. Good CB from South America too. Yeah. They're full thing. You can get a lot of really good players from the Belgian league. There was another player I meant to ask you about, Danny. South American player that I added to my Foot Mob thing last night. You probably know a little bit more about him than me. Let me see if I can find him. He plays for Porto. Nico Gonzalez, are you familiar with him? Really good player. Definitely look at that CB for you. There was a Greek center back that I was looking at yesterday. I saw someone mentioned online. He plays for. I have so much information. It's always hard for me to remember it all. He plays for Wolfsburg. Sorry, Konstantinos Kouliriakis, left-footed, really good passing range on him. Young, 21 years old. Kind of fits the mold of what we're looking for in a center back. Good passing range, good on the ball, quick, young. Obviously, I would love if we get Boshali on a free. Yeah, he's a little older now, I think, Gonzalez. Yeah, he's a little older. He plays for Porto. He's like a number 10. A lot of good young midfielders out there right now. Oh, pounce on that wheelie. Pounce on that wheelie. Pounce on that wheelie. Oh, his finishing just lets him down again. I need Wheatley to focus on his finishing. He was leaning back way too far when he made that shot. Look at how far back he's leaning. There's only one thing is going to happen when you lean back that far and you shoot. It's not going to go anywhere you want it to go. That's just the way it is. It's like rule 1 when you're striking the ball is don't lean back. Ooh, that was a good. Played themselves out of trouble there. Good job, Kamasan. Danger. Sad thing is, if like even half of our first team players had the kind of fight and energy that Wheatley has to close down space, we'd probably be doing a lot better. The kid just loves to press. I love it. Stream skipping. Uh-oh. I'll hold off on the live commentary until I know that you're good. Watch his shot. Good stop. Good stopping by Dermott. So yeah, Wheatley is just isolated. There are literally like 8 blue shirts around Wheatley. Ah. Ooh, saves it. What is Ennis doing? He has no right to keep that ball in. No right to keep that ball in, Ennis, and put that in off the side of his foot like that. Very good job. Oh yeah, now mine's skipping a little bit too. I think that might be I don't know, maybe that's an MUTV thing. I don't know. We know that they're not the best when it comes to when it comes to their feed. Their infrastructure is not super, is it? They barely get any of these matches televised. It's been a blessing. I don't know. Maybe that's a backlash from some of the ticket hikes that they've seen this week, is trying to do a little bit more with the youth team. I don't know, but they are not getting very good publicity this week. United, from the ticket situation, especially. Obviously, there was the protest ahead of the Everton match. Coordinated effort between Everton supporters and United efforts. Huge banner. Yeah, dude, Camiston's looking pretty decent. It's been a little quiet. Not a whole lot's going down that side, but he's looking very good from what I've seen so far. I keep saying it. The future looks bright. Our academy is very good. Oh, that dodgy stick, yeah. What was that, like a Roku? Is that what they call that thing? I'm like halfway between old person and young person, so I don't have any of the Fire Sticks or anything. I just have like the Xbox Series X, so I just have all the apps, but I don't have cable. My parents still have cable. Get there. Yeah, brag him off. There we go. It's just hard. It's just hard to find a way into this box right now. Rochdale are very quick to get back. Fire sticking it right on. I'll try to do some more of these watch alongs, especially with the academy. I feel like the academy, probably like Danny was saying, probably could stand to get a little bit more love. Mostly for me, it's just scheduling. Trying with clients and business stuff, and then my wife's schedule. It's hard always to find time to do watch alongs. So, but I'll do what I can. I'm really glad. I would have done one last on the weekend, but that match kicked off at like 6:30, so that's not happening. My wife would not have appreciated me trying to do a watch along when she was sleeping. So we're pressing very well. It's just the Rochdale just seemed to find a way through it, and then they hit us on this counterattack. Mead cleans it up again. All right. Taking a little too long to launch this. We had an opportunity here. So we need something in mid. LB is on bench. Bring him on to play 2 up front. Yeah, that'd be nice. Wheatley could do a lot of the pressing, and Obi can come on and do the finishing. Matanto is on the bench as well, so don't sleep on that. Oh, good pressing. Fletcher popping up to win back the ball. Got to put the ball in the box sooner, Fletch. Just a little too slow. You have to move the ball quickly when you got one of these low blocks. Like there's a late 8 blue jerseys. Ooh, that almost snuck right around and found Ibrahimov. Try it again. Reset. Try it again. Ball in the box. Ooh, that was heavy. Comison did really well to keep that in. Nicely done. We are very high up in the pitch right now. Our defenders are literally 10 yards into their half. We're trying to just keep the pressure. If we're going to keep the pressure, we have to be able to keep the ball here. If we put a shot in and it comes out, we have to win it back right away. Back post. Hit Wheatley at the back post. Nah, too many little touches. Somebody want to follow that up? No? All right, cool. Yeah, Fletcher is doing good. I like Fletcher. He's all over the place. He's covering every blade of grass. He's playing like Amad Diallo, but in a central position right now. Just all over the place, getting involved. Every time something's happening, it's coming through him. Gore, rusty timing off. Yeah. Gore's just coming back. So Gore hasn't been back too long from his injury, but he did get the captain's armband today. And need to move the ball a little quicker, and I'll be happy. Let's check some of the other scores and see what's going on around Europe. Bayern have had a man sent off in the 25th minute. Manuel Neuer has been sent off for Bayern Munich. That is crazy. Yikes! I shouldn't laugh. I mean, because I think it's because it's Vincent Company. I just think it's hilarious. But yikes! Yeah, Bayern down a man and lost their one of the better keepers of the mid 2010s era. I never thought that he was as good as a keeper as De Gea, mostly because he was a sweeper, obviously, but the defense that Neuer had in front of him during his career has always been better than what De Gea had in front of him. De Gea has had way more keeping to do during his United career than Neuer has ever had to do. So, but Neuer is a legend at Bayern, so I'll give him that. Wheelie down, but he's up. He looks like he's fine. He does look like he's moving a little gingerly, though, in the last few minutes of play. Maybe bring on Obi here. It looks like Obi's getting stripped down here. So, yeah, no need to risk it. Obi, I bet you Obi comes on and scores in like the first couple minutes that he's on the pitch. He is warming up. Obi, use the force. These are those nights too when it's cold. Like, I don't know how many of you guys play. Like, I haven't played in a long time, but I still play when I can. But when it's cold, you feel it in your lungs. It's really difficult. It gets down in there, your lungs start burning a little bit. I wish you could wear snoods when you play. That'd be nice. Oh, good job. Was that Gore? Yeah. Hit him wide. Hit him wide. Yep. Beat him. You got to show a little bit of courage there, Ennis. Here we go. Obi, show us something. Look at that. Is that freaking... Oh, that's Morehouse. Yeah. Our midfield is just very, very good. They're very quick to win the ball. They're very good on the ball, too. They're very good at a turn. They scan. They drop a shoulder. They create space. Look at that. Oh, Ennis, he's got a family. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is that Wheatley again? He's leaning back. He's leaning back every time, man. Oh, Ennis makes that, though. Look at, he's just leaning. Wheatley is not going to make it if he doesn't freaking fine-tune his finishing. His finishing is just Bush League. He's doing everything else fine. His positioning is good. He presses. He's got speed. He's powerful. His finishing has just never been convincing to me. He should have a couple goals. But Ennis makes that opportunity. He just completely does that Rochdale defender and gets it up there. And then Fletcher comes in, obviously put that ball back in across. I mean, the ball maybe was a little bit behind Wheatley, if I want to be completely fair, but he shouldn't be leaning back like that. He leans back too much. Good defending. Yeah, it was poor finishing. And Wheatley, and that's like, he's got to do better. He really does. Good communication there. That's what I liked from my keeper. Communication, owning the box, getting in there. More often, like, it's too frequently that keepers forget that you're allowed to touch the ball. Like, just come in and put your arms up there and get something. I don't care who do you have to clean out. Schmeichel never cared who he took out, whether it was his teammate or not. He just came and did it. Come on, ref. Thank you. Gore's got no fear, man. He'll dribble straight through midfield from everybody. Yeah, the guy's all over him. Come on. Had time to take a touch. He had time to just lean over it a little bit instead of leaning back. Got to keep the chest over the ball, man. He'll learn. I mean, he's young, but he's gonna have to really start doing better at that because it's gonna limit him as a footballer. So Rude, I want to check and see if Rude Van Nistelrooy. Yeah, so today is Rude Van Nistelrooy's first official match as Leicester City manager. So they're playing West Ham. They just kicked off a few minutes ago. So we'll all be keeping half an eye on that at some point to see how Rude does, and hopefully they'll piss themselves when we show up at the KP Stadium. But Gore grew into the egg. Gore is pretty much every midfielder we've had. The pivot and the 10 has been really good. Ennis has been good. Move it. There you go. Good ball. See, there you go, Wheatley. Oh, what a good pass. Little too in a hurry to get Wheatley in there. I mean, I get the idea. Probably would have put that wide to the right and let somebody flash it across the box, personally. Injury going to kill him. Look at that. The Morehouse. Oh, Ibrahimov should have got on the end of that, but that was a good effort from Morehouse. And Morehouse is quietly having a really good game as well. He and Gore are really, really good in that midfield. I really like the confidence that they have to carry the ball through the midfield and not maybe just always lay it off. And maybe part of that is the precociousness of youth that we talked about, but they're doing it against first team players in English league. So I have no problem with that. Ennis with the ball. Ooh! Free header. Who was that? Kingdon, yep. He's a fucking unit, isn't he? Jeez. Kingdon is an absolute unit. How tall is this dude? I want to check and see how tall this dude is. I can't see his height. Dude is massive. All right, so Rochdale making some changes here. We haven't made a change yet, right? No. Let's see something here. I want to see us do something. Somebody called me. I don't know who that is. I don't know who you are. I'm not really a phone person. People like my phone just usually sits on the couch most of the day, and I'll just come and check it periodically. But it is what it is. I've never really been a phone person. Like to see us make, it's like Danny saying. I was just gonna say, like to see us get Obi on here, and I think that Wheatley's kind of had his chance here. I'm not giving up on him. I'm just like, it's just not quite working. We're getting some good opportunities. Let's bring someone on who can, he's already coming out the gate. He kind of knows that his number is going to be shown on the board here for a second, so he's going to be pushing hard. But he's had a couple good opportunities, Wheatley. He's done well to press and get on the end of things. It's just his finishing is letting him down, unfortunately. It's just, he's got to do better. And I think he's like 19 now, 18, 19, so. Nobody's coming on quite yet, but Murray took his boot with him. Nice. United have had a couple of good opportunities. Just say for some poor finishing, we could have been up by a couple goals at least by now. But it is what it is. We are almost there. I mean, it's still got a lot of time to go, so it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this match goes. But if you are just now catching it, ooh, that was a dangerous little one. It is still 0-0. Camison looked really good on the ball. I like what I'm seeing. Hit that like button, y'all, if you haven't yet. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new and you're just checking out the channel for the first time. We are on the road to 2K. We are about 7 or 8 subscribers away from that 2K mark, and there will be a shirt giveaway when we get there as a big thank you for everyone for helping us get to that milestone. Couldn't done it without you. I like to show my appreciation, but yeah, it's free to hit that like button. It's free to hit the subscribe button. So go ahead and check that out. Struggling to move the ball a little bit. There we go. Just clear. Louis Jackson. I mean, yeah, it was a bit soft, but 6 and 2 threes, is that what he said? Oh, Fletcher in the right spot at the right time and get the ball back. That's got to be a yellow. Come on, ref. Who was it we were talking about? Jar Slash. We were talking about Steven Gerrard. You remember? It was like one of the last matches of Gerrard's, like his last season. Remember when he came on as a sub when we were playing them, and he got picked up 2 yellows within like 10 seconds for fouling Ander Herrera twice, and immediately got sent off after coming on as a sub. It's fun. You know, my Steven Gerrard memories are just him fucking up, like slipping against Chelsea, getting sent right off against us. Shit's hilarious. It just is what it is, and I'm here for it. Any Liverpool fans out there can come fight me. I don't care. All right, Fletcher putting the ball. Ooh, good ball. Ooh, get there. Keep that in. We did. That was very close. Camison. Not a great ball in, Camison. Ethan Ennis, man. That was a good ball in the box. Ibrahimoff gets a little head on us. Fletcher put that in. We're getting opportunities. Just a little bit of the finishing. It's just not quite there. Not great contact. Just a little bit off target. As Danny said, I'd like to get Obi on to maybe see what he can do with some of these opportunities. Oh, what a good man. Very good defending from Murray there. Just take it. Burn him. You have him. Camson. There you go. It takes too long. We could have put that ball in the box. If you guys can't tell, I get frustrated when we don't put the ball in the box soon enough. Especially with the way that we're playing here. Oh, should have left it on the free kick. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Got to get a shout, though, right? Got to get the shout. Yeah, Rochdale are just happy to let us kind of attack, and they're happy to repel and just hit us on the counter. And we'll get one of these days. We're getting good opportunities, and we will get one. Woo! We got a 4-on-3 situation here. Oh, well done, Ibrahimoff. Well done. If you guys ever do get the chance, for anyone who goes and visits or something, you have a chance to go see any lower league, any championship, any League One sides, I do suggest giving it a shot. They are fun. The grounds are nicer. Like when Justin and I went there the first year, we took a train to Crewe because Salford City were playing Crewe, and it was great. You know, they had a nice little lounge set up for fans. We got a couple of Guinnesses that had to kick off. Got to our seats. Ryan Giggs, Nicky Butt, and Alex Bruce were seated like 5-6 rows ahead of us because obviously Giggsy and Buddy own Salford. Fun little day out. I loved it. It was good. It was cold. Obviously, but the people are great. It's a fun. It's like watching, like, I guess the equivalent would be like college football, like watching college football in the States versus the NFL. Like, it's just got that, like, that good homey kind of feel to it, and I'm here for it. I've got nothing but time for some of the lower league clubs, and the grounds and the fans. It's good times. And that was when Ethan Galbraith. You remember Ethan Galbraith was on loan at Salford, and he looked really good in that match. He was a level ahead of everybody else on the pitch, in my opinion. It's been all Rochdale here the last couple minutes. Nah, not that time. It wasn't. Making some subs here. Who we bringing on? 68 minute. United's making a couple subs. Who we got here? I don't see Obi Martin yet. Sam Murray's coming off. Tommy Rowe. Looks like, is that Montato coming on? Gore's coming off. Captain. So he's still recovering a little bit. I think he was at Devaney. Wow, Leicester have already scored. Leicester scored in the second minute through Jamie Vardy. So that didn't take long, did it? Lopetegui is going to be struggling. Morehouse coming off. And who's that? Yeah, so Montato's come on, Devaney's come on, and Rowe's come on. Gore off. Morehouse off. You can see it there if you're watching. Sam Murray off. So did we get a pitch invader? Is that what happened? I don't know why people do that. It doesn't make sense to me. You're getting arrested. I don't know what the point of that was. It doesn't make sense to me. Ooh, good job. Good job. The ball. Montato is so good. You see him just get through those players like they were not even there. And it wasn't even like he was touching the ball. It was just a simple drop of the shoulder. And it just put someone's balance off, their weight gets thrown off. But Montato is one that we've been talking about. He and Ennis, I think, are the two I would be looking at instead of Quenda. Instead of spending money on Quenda, I think Ennis and Montato have a shot to come on and at least get some minutes with training with the first team. Maybe in preseason we can see how they go. I would love it in some of these cup matches. I'd love it if we had turned a couple of those draws in the Europa League into wins and we had already qualified by the last game or so. I would love to see some of these players, but I think they, as Danny pointed out the other day, they do have to be registered as well. So, but isn't there like a B team when it comes to registration for the academy and stuff? Like, you don't have to fully register them. Someone remind me if I'm remembering that correctly or not. Still only 16. We talking about Montato? If you're good enough, you're old enough. Quenda's 17. Surprise, no Obi Martin. Not yet. Milan are up 4-0. Chukwueze, remember we were linked with Chukwueze for a little while. Just looking at some of the other scores from around Europe right now. Bayern still 0-0. 10-man, they lost Manuel Neuer. Club Brugge are currently drawing in their cup. Interesting. Ipswich and Crystal Palace are in the middle of halftime. It's still 0-0 there. Good job, me. Go. Montato. Get there. Burn him. It's a little too far of a throw. Oh, that wasn't even Matata. That was it was Camison. It looked like him for a second there, didn't it? Man, Camison is fast, isn't he? Man. So now we're kind of playing a little deeper right now. Good defending there to kind of push them back into their own half. I don't have a problem with that. If you're just joining us, it is still 0-0. United's Academy is playing Rochdale in the National League Cup. They are in the 74th minute. Had a couple good opportunities. Some poor finishing. Let us down a little bit. Rochdale are kind of dominating a little bit of the possession in the last few minutes here, but we've done well to kind of repel the attacks. Those substitutes have kind of changed things a little bit for Rochdale. The fresh legs definitely are helping a little bit. We made some subs too, but I'd like to see Obi Martin come on. Montato did come on. Hasn't really gotten super involved yet. Okay, good job. Good job to hold on to it, Wheatley. Wheatley looks a little tired. Yeah, Wheatley looks a little tired now. Fletcher just doesn't look like he's tired at all, but he did well there to get his body in front of them. Even Ross still have the ball. They're trying to play a pass, and he gets his body in front of the midfielder and draws the foul. Like, well done. And that's just good reading of the game, and I think that's something I've seen from Fletcher whenever I watched him play this season is he can read the game. His positioning is very good. Even then, as another example, reading the situation and not necessarily trying to win the ball per se, but just get in between the ball and the Rochdale player, and he's going to draw the foul. He doesn't have to think that much about it. So he put a good ball in the box earlier in this half. We'll see if he can do it again. Nah. Nothing came of it, unfortunately. A lot of bodies in that box, a lot of blue shirts. Let's try it again. A little too much backlift on that one. Need to put his foot around it a little bit more. I don't really think that should have been a foul on the keeper, though. I do think keepers are a little protected too much, but he did get it. But I don't know. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go for the ball, right? I mean, Montato wants something. He smells blood. Watch the runner. It's a good job from Fletcher. See, we have anybody warming up over here on the side? Don't see anybody yet. Oh, we win the ball back, and we just keep winning the ball back, and I love it. And immediately when I say that, Ibrahimov loses it. Just caught between two minds there. I didn't know. And a good counterattack. It was a bad shot. That was a poor finish from Rochdale. Who was? I don't even know that guy's name. Alpha. Yeah. More like Omega. Sorry, bud. Bad finish. Oh, good ball. Ah, I just couldn't hold on to it. Couldn't hold on to it, Ennis. Keep pressing, Montato. Keep pressing. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, I like the way we're pressing. These youngsters know how to press. Why don't the first team press this well? And look, we forced another just straight pass just from putting pressure on the ball. Just put it back. Put it back to me. There you go. Just trying to play. Just a little too many touches. Let's get it. No Obi Martin yet, Danny. It's interesting. Still got about 11, 12 minutes left, but good ball over the top. Good ball over the top. Ooh, ooh. Oh, that keeper, that's twice now. The keeper's almost been done by something like that. Woo. Keeper came out to clean that and left that net wide open. That's 2 times now in both halves the keeper has done something like that. Yeah, offside. Need to make a change here, y'all. Yeah. Fletcher just a bit unlucky. Again, he catches it just a little too much with the inside of his foot. Gets his foot around it a little too much. And here we go, Danny. Here he goes. He should came on earlier. Wheatley offering nothing. Obi coming on. Golf clap it for Wheatley. I like Wheatley's energy. I like his press. Obviously he's fast. He gets really into good positions. His finishing let him down today. But to be fair, a lot of everyone's finishing has let them down today. Fletcher, Ennis have had some good opportunities. Just there's poor technique in the moment, which you're going to get from any European player, even top European players. You're going to get just a bad touch now and then. So it is what it is. But Cheeto Obi Martin has come out from Ethan Wheatley in the 81st minute now. He's got 10 minutes to show us something, get on the end of something. He's hungry. Dude is an absolute unit, though, isn't he? Good God. Obi Martin, man. You'd be forgiven for thinking maybe he's a center half or something. The dude is built. Dang. But he's fast too. Like and it's not just like on a long sprint. Like he's quick. His feet are just quick. Now, if he can turn that into someone who could turn a pace real quick and spin and move around the pitch, like that'd be great. Oh, what you doing there, bud? Good job. Fletcher's just on everything, man. He's just always there to make something happen. Oh, good job. Good job. Oh. Ibrahimov! What a layout from Obi Ibrahimov. What a good finish. A little worm burner. And he pulls the Nani. The Nani celebration. Ibrahimov with the goal. Puts the laces through it. A little worm burner. Bottom left corner. Obi Martin holds him up. One touch. Boom. Good finish. Way to go, Ibrahimov. Boom. I feel like a player has got it when they wear the long sleeves and they're holding them the whole time. Odegaard does that shit too. But he's going for like the full combo. He's got does he have like the low socks and he's holding the long sleeves? That's funny. Yeah, he's got low socks and he's holding the long sleeves. He's going for the double whammy of the class wardrobe choices. Brilliant. It was a really good finish. Good job from Obi to get on the end of that and then drop a little shoulder, create space, and lay it off to him. And then Ibrahimov, just one touch, get it out in front of him. Puts his lace through it. Worm burner, bottom left corner. Good goal. Oh no, sorry, bud. Sorry, Danny. Sorry, bud. I'll do what I can. So you just saw me celebrate for no reason. Get him in the free. Talking about Obi or Ibrahimov, because both of them are very good. But good job. Good job. Is that Ennis? Press. Watch that right side defender at. That's cool. If you guys are just jumping in, it is 1-0 United over Rochdale. We scored in like the 82nd minute. Little layoff from Obi Martin, who's came on and getting involved. Found Ibrahimov just outside the edge of Rochdale's box. One touch to get it out of his feet. Puts it bottom left corner. We're on the attack now. Ennis wants it. Ibrahimov, too many touches, too long. Opportunity might be gone here. Common on his own against two players. Yeah, we just took a little too many touches. Ennis just got to the box and just kind of stopped. Didn't know if he knew what he was going to do. Interesting. Yeah, instant difference when Obi. And that's the thing, too. Obi hasn't... It's not like he's done a lot, but just him being on the pitch and just being a threat, because Rochdale will know what he's capable of, it just forces you to kind of have to second-guess leaving him and focusing on somebody else. Because if you leave him open and your teammate doesn't make that tackle, doesn't win the ball, and Obi gets on the end of something... Oh, here we go. Good opportunity. Montato. This keeper is having a bit of a mare today. He is going full on Fabian Barthez, this keeper. He is all over the place. Both Ibrahimov, Obi, maybe Ennis, Montato. Yeah, man. Yikes. I think Ibrahimov makes it still only 17, is he? Ibrahimov is very good. That's the thing. We're looking at guys like Nipan, and I love Nipan, but Nipan's, not too much older. I would still want Nipan if he's cheap and he's freaking class. But ball in the box on the corner. Let's take that down. Take it down. There you go. Ennis. Not quite on the same page. We get another corner. We got another corner out of that. I'm surprised Montato. Montato is not shy from throwing his weight around. He reminds me of myself when I play indoor. I have spent a bit of time in the box. If you've ever played indoor, it's kind of like hockey, where you get a bad foul, you get put in a box for a couple minutes. And it's played with boards like a hockey rink, and I have no problem hip checking people into boards. I have no problem letting people know I'm there. It's a problem. I've spent a lot of time in the box. I yell at the refs a lot. I got put in the box just for yelling at the ref. Almost had another one there. Obi got his head on that one. Went full Mario Gomez and headed that straight down like you're supposed to. But how is it? It's not a foul. Did he? I got to see this one again. Press. Come on, this ref is so soft. Shoulder to shoulder, and it's getting called every time. Yeah, then he nearly got one. It was a little too... Yeah, should have had that maybe towards the goal, but he just headed it down, which is what they teach you. I think it was just opportunity was there to put that back post a little bit. He's going to be off. Yeah. I don't know why the ref pulled that back. He wasn't blocking. The keeper went to release it and just hit him. I don't like why that's the problem there. Just a few minutes left if you guys are just catching this. It is 1-0 United. We're in the 88th minute, is just past the 87th minute. We have turned it up a little bit now, and like Danny's saying in the chat, things have kind of... It almost like we raised a little bit of a level when Obi Martin came on. He's come on. He's already had a good opportunity. Just put his header a little wide. Fletcher. Tired legs here a little bit now from some of these players who've started giving away some little niggly fouls because they're just struggling to keep up with the game a little bit. That's fine. Fletcher's been perfect today. Ibrahimov's been perfect. Dan Gore was really perfect before he went off. Camison's had a really good game. Ennis, as always, has had a really good game. Matato has been lively. Our defense has been really good. Dermot Mee's been really good in goal. Did well to keep that cross out from the dangerous area here. Rochdale, a little bit of sustained pressure here. They keep getting balls in the box. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Just ease the pressure a little bit. Good, good, good. Slow it down. Slow it down. You guys enjoying this Academy watch-along? I don't know. I mean, I've not seen any Academy watch-alongs on YouTube or anything, so let me know how I compare. But it's been a blast watching. I'm really glad that the match was on MUTV. Got a chance to watch it. I know Danny and I are all over the Academy. We are big fans of the young players. We like scouting some of these young players from throughout Europe as well. So it's been really cool to pay a little more attention to the Academy this year. And the Academy is just, I think people really need to start getting very excited about the Academy because there's a bunch of really, really good high-stealing players in the Academy right now. Honestly, I've said it before. If you guys haven't yet gone and seen my video on Ruben Amorim and our Academy players, I did that like early last week or late the week prior to that. Go watch that one. But it's the best I've seen our Academy since the class of 92 came through. It really is. These players, like Dan and I have been talking, there's a handful of players that really could be getting first-team minutes. They're that good. Danny says he needs to be third-choice striker, bring him in the first team. And he might come in sooner. He really could, I think. Guys like him, guys like Kone, I think could really get in the first team before the end of the year. There was that report that came out earlier that United want Kone to be involved in the first team. We got 5 minutes of added time. Camison's solid player. Camison's had a very good match. He's done exactly what he's needed to do. He's been involved in both ends of the pitch. He's done a really good job today. We could save a lot of money with some of these Academy players. If we're looking at guys like Giovanni Quenda, who are 17, I think that we need to be looking at our Academy before we go and blow $70 million on a 17-year-old. I'm not saying Quenda's not good. I like Quenda a lot. I just think that we have an Academy, and it's a really good Academy. But some of the players need to start getting some first-team minutes here and there. I want to see how they do against tougher opposition. They're playing men right now. They played Altrinchem's first team. They're playing Rochdale's first team right now. That's not a foul. Come on. All right, Obi's got the ball, edge of the box. Oh, just off the post. What a good pick from Obi to find the... Man, who was that? Was that Fletcher? No. That's Ennis. Ennis came in with just off the post. Oh, good ball. Oh, geez, the keeper just spilled that. Oh, yikes. Man. A couple of really good chances, good balls in the box. Look at Camison coming back and doing the Lord's work again. Oh, we won the throw-in too. Oh, Obi did really good to create that space and put that ball. What a good pick out. Oh, that should have been in. Man, it should have been 2-0. Yeah, he does. He does, Danny. Uh-oh, Ibrahimov pulled up a little bit there, come sliding in. Just over 3 minutes left. We are 2 minutes into the added 5 minutes, so not much more to go here. Still 1-0. Yeah, he is. He's like a younger version of Duran at Villa. I like John Duran. I remember we were linked with him when he was at Chicago Fire. I had a chance to go watch him play. So when I was with the Livonia City team, they do an AGM, so the annual meeting for all the clubs. But they do it in Chicago, and then they hook them up with Chicago Fire tickets while they're there. And I didn't get to go that time, but by that point, I think John Durant had already left, because that was like the year where literally the next week, if I would have gone to that, I would have gotten back, and then like 2 days later would have gone to England. So didn't want to leave my wife alone that much, so chose not to go to that one. But all right, Bragamov's got it in the corner. We're just going to kill some time. Back to Montato. Back to Camasin. Dude, Camasin is a beast. He's a very good young player. I worry so much when we had when we keep losing some fullbacks. Obviously, we lost Alvaro, and then there was the other fullback we got from it was either Madrid or Barcelona. What was his name, Dorado or something? Someone will remind me. He was a young right back that we let go of a couple of years ago as well. Obviously, Ethan Laird. I really like the look of Ethan Laird. He just couldn't stay fit. Injuries just caught up to him. It is too bad because he was really, really good. I did an article on him when I was working with Stretty News, Ethan Laird, on whether or not we really needed to look at a right back. But he's really good. Yeah, 18. All these guys are going to be young. We got about a minute left here of the added 5. United just playing out from a throw-in in their corner. Just boot it. Boot it. Thank you. That's not a good enough boot. Camasin just coming in and cleaning up and winning. Oh, that Montato winning the throw-in. Gerardo, yeah, it was Guarado or something. Yeah, it was a while ago. But he had a decent look. Yep. Yeah, that's his name. I knew it was something like that. Come on, ref. He's all over him. United have done well. We handled a couple of first teams. We obviously Altrincham played their first team when we beat them. Tonight we've looked really, really good. It's been, the quality that we have versus just the numbers with Rochdale. Obviously, they sat up deep. They played the counter, and we've had some good opportunities. Like I said, a couple of really good open chances. Just a little bit of finishing let us down. Kicking it. It's added time's up, and that is full-time whistle. So it ends full-time, 1-0 to United, with Ibrahimov netting the winner after a nice little layoff from Cheeto Obi Martin, who honestly, when he came on, really just changed the game a little bit. Not even just from him being involved as much, but just his presence. It makes it sound like he's got like this weird aura. His movement, the spaces he's taken up, the physicality that he brings. Good job. But well done to the academy. Well done to the under-21s. Moving on to the next round in the National League Cup. So really good today. Who jumped out at you? Who gets your man of the match tonight for you guys? Camasin had a really good match, I thought. Dan Gore was really good. You could pretty much pick anybody in that midfield, honestly, if I had to guess. Ennis, obviously, always very effective. It's probably going to go to Ibrahimov. Not only did he get the winner and the night's only goal, but he also was very, very effective, in my opinion, getting involved all over the place, causing problems. Great result. Wasn't expecting the win, to be honest. I mean, it's always, you never know what's going to happen when it's the youngsters playing against the men's first team. Even if it is a league or so down, it's still a first team. They're experiments. They're older. They're more physical. They've got the stamina, the strength, the speed more often than not. But tonight, they were really hoping to just repel the attack, sit deep, and hit us on the counter. And they had a couple of decent opportunities to do that. But we're also just very good at winning the ball back. And I think that showed. Our midfield is very good at moving the ball. I love the fact that guys like Fletcher, Gore, Morehouse, and Bragman, I love the fact that they're not scared of trying to dribble through the defense. It reminds me a lot of Kabi Manu. Like he's confident in themselves to take the ball in midfield and move through midfield with a drop of the shoulder to create space, and it's love it. Camasin, Fletcher, yeah, they're both really good. Camasin, man of the match. Was he officially the man of the match? I took out my headphones, so I can't listen anymore. But yeah, Ibrahimov, to me, very good match tonight from him. Wheatley really should have done a little better, in my opinion, with some of the opportunities he had. They're just showing one of his chances right now where he puts it wide. Like, Wheatley should have had, and not Ennis had a good night. He wasn't obviously didn't get in the goals. He did hit some good chances, and he did create a really good opportunity for us with a little bit of a drop of shoulder that Wheatley should have put down again. Just a spin to get around that. Man, they're showing it right now. Man, that was such a good move from him. Yeah, Wheatley should have had at least a couple goals. Wheatley really could have had a hat trick tonight had he had some better finishing on the night. But this is the goal here. So nice little, there it goes. And just literally outside of the D, worm burner, puts his laces through it, rolls in, bottom corner, and I am here for it. Really good goal, really good, well-taken shot from Ibrahimov. I'm going to close that computer down. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by today. I remember I saw Darkru in there. Usman was stopping by. Rich from United TV. Don't forget, Rich is doing a watch-along tomorrow for the Arsenal match. Head over to Rich's channel in a few, Sean. Obi scores him. Yeah. Rich is Rich doing a video tonight? If he is, I will definitely be jumping on here shortly. But big up everybody for stopping by. And if you haven't known, Rude's first match in charge of Leicester was today. They are currently in the middle of the match. They did score 2 minutes in with Jamie Vardy. So Rude ball is already working. But thank you guys for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Please hit that like button for me. Please subscribe if you are new. I am going to wrap up here. Let you guys jump on and get on with your day. I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. Cheers, Danny. As always, it's been a blast, you guys. A little bit of impromptu, so sorry for the little bit of late notice, but I did want to do that. So appreciate everyone for stopping by. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys probably Thursday for a match reaction to Arsenal. But again, go check out United TV and Rich's channel for the watch-along for tomorrow's match against Arsenal if you can. So appreciate it. I will see you over there in a couple minutes, Danny. Later.